Good afternoon, my friends. We're back here at VetteSource today, where we are working on our parts car 1995 Corvette Convertible, stripping some of the pieces off that we need for another one of our projects, never-ending projects around here. But I figured I'd take this opportunity to show you guys kind of a unique problem you might never come up with, simply because coupes are more prevalent than or common than convertibles. And this is the kind of problem that wouldn't happen very often. So the C4 Corvette convertible top is kind of mostly a manual removal type top, but there is one part of this top that is electric, and that started, I think, in 1992, where the release for the deck lid itself is electric, whereas the other latches are still manual. Now, this thing has 4 latches that hold this top down in total, right? 2 at the front header, 2 at the back, and then 2 more that hold the deck lid in place to stow the top once you have it removed. Now, of course, even if you don't have power and you have an earlier car, 86 to 91, this is not that big of a deal. But even on those cars, there's a hidden method to remove or get these latches all taken out or opened up, so you can get the top down and get inside the car if you need to. And again, it's not going to be a very common issue. If you have a bad loss of battery power or something, you can't get battery power to it, this is going to be the most helpful thing, because most people don't understand that there is a secret way to get in here that, even though it's spelled out some places, it's not very common knowledge at this point. So let me show you real quick. And this top here on this car is actually in nice shape. We're going to use this top for our long-term 1992 Corvette hardtop convertible that is still sitting over there in the warehouse, that I started making videos on many years ago, but just got sidetracked with some of the other cars. But this one's actually a pretty decent top. Sorry, I had the phone kind of zoomed in there. And then this car actually had a hardtop too that was black. It was not matched to the car, so I'm not even sure where that came from. And then unfortunately, this car probably, who knows, it should not have been torn apart. The previous owner thought he was going to do some restoration work and thought he'd get into it like a lot of people do, and they never have trouble. So let me see if I can get my old bones in here, and I'm going to show you. First off, the convertible top latches are really easy on these. You see there's just a handle right there, and you go ahead and just pull that, and it releases. You can actually see it in there, how it goes down. Let me see if I can get closer here. I'm just trying to keep killing myself. So if you see right there, see how that latch turns in there and locks in place. Now this is the same latch or header latch as the coupes use. It just has this extra piece. If you've ever noticed on yours, you have this extra hole. That's what that extra hole is for there. And the same thing over here. We'll take that off, and now our top is released. You see that? We're already open. Now, this is the other manual part of this top right here. And if we come in here, you can see over there in the corner, there is the button to release the deck lid latches. But of course there's no power, so we don't have it. But tucked underneath here, right here, is the latch to take off or to release the latch for these that hold the back pins for the top in place. So if we come back here, and you'll see once I pull this lever, it pulls those, and then it releases those cables. So that's the 4 of them right there. But here's the one where everybody gets stuck on these later cars. So now that we have the front and the back opened up, we can come in here and play with it. But let's see if I can get this in here one-handed. All you're gonna do is reach in here and feel around. And there's a latch release right there. Now this one is hidden, so it's hard to see. But once we have the top off, or it opened up, I'll show you. Let me put that in there just for a second. so it won't shut on me when I bring this back down. So we got that down there. Then we're gonna come over here. We're gonna reach our hand in. And there it is. All right, now to be able to see what this is, this top will not hold it steady for me. So you can see right here this lever, right? This lever, if you pull back on it, what it does, you see right there, it's connected to the cable. See how it, see that right there? So what that does, this is your manual emergency release for both of those latches that hold this target top down with these latches right here. Now here's also your cable setup for the other latches that run over there. And then this is your pivot mechanism right here. And you can see that moving as I do that. And that's what actually opens those two latches to allow these pins to be released right here. So it's a pretty slick setup, but again, if you're not told how to do this, most people get stuck, and then of course the top just folds down into the well like that, and we're good. Now in the next video, what I'll do is I'll show you guys how to take this top assembly out of here. It's actually not nearly as complicated as you would expect. There's a cover here, small cutout, you can see right there, it's covered, and there's a few mounting bolts that'll come out of here, and once we take these mounting bolts out, the entire top will come off of it. So it's pretty slick. So yeah, this top we're gonna save for our other convertible, and keep it for that, since the top in that one is nice, but it has the plastic back window. The glass back window is a feature from 1994 through 1996, and you can see it's defroster. It's got the defroster hookups right there, so it's actually pretty slick. This one still has even the headliner inside, even though it's a little bit worn, and there was an animal in here at some point, but that headliner material is still in there. So for now, we'll go ahead and shut that back. And shut that one back. And then we have the top closed again. So for all of you that have ever been stuck out of your Corvette and couldn't get into it, there's your answer right there. So yes, even though I really don't want to have to take this car apart, it's torn down way too far to make it reasonable to put it back together again. In fact, the rear differential is not even underneath this car. And it's got a lot of good other good pieces we can use for that other car. So we're gonna finish tearing this one down. I'm not gonna make too many videos on this car because you guys have seen me tear down some of these C4s before. I'll probably illustrate how to take out the brake booster and master cylinder. We'll go ahead and take the dash pad out since I haven't showed that before. We'll go ahead and remove the steering column. Few pieces there, here and there. I'll show you guys where the CCM or body control module is located on these cars. There's a few other things we can use for instruction, teaching, or learning type things. I'll show you how these seat belts come out of it. Seat belts in a convertible are different than the coupes, by the way. This one has a really nice rear bumper and side markers, so I'll save those for another one of the cars that we're tearing apart, and we'll just go from there. So it's going to close this up for today. Kind of a short video, but I just want to give you guys a little taste of what is involved in that. And I will be back shortly. Happy Father's Day to all my other fathers, dads out there. And hope to hear from you guys. If you got any opinions also on what else you'd like to see me tear down between this and some of the other generations we work with, be sure to check those out in my other videos. You can click the link at the end of the video. Pardon me. At the end of the video for my channel and some of my other videos. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a great Sunday. Thanks.